Welcome back to JNS Daily Drives, everyone. Today, we'll be reviewing the 2014 BMW 435i X-Drive.
Waiting for you. You were always taking time, baby, playing it through. I was calling out your name, with my eyes on the wall. You were running like a ghost from me. You were running from it all. You got me.
Series is BMW's take and the new version of the 3 Series Coupe. There's also a Grand Coupe version of this car here. Basically, the 4 Series is a more lower, wider, more aggressive looking coupe version of the 3 Series. So if you come down here, we've got the nice intakes down here for air. Overall, the front end looks very aggressive. If you follow me to the side, this car has the M Performance package, which means that it comes with these 19-inch M Performance wheels. If you come to the side, you can notice also this little air breather here. So what that does is that takes all the trapped air that's in the wheel well and lets it release so that there's no turbulent air. The mirrors have also been redesigned for the 2014 model year. If you come to the side, the overall side of the body is very sleek. It's very sports car looking, which is kind of what this car is about. If you follow me to the rear, it's all the same thing. So if you look at the 435, it comes with the dual tip exhaust. Also has a bit sportier design on the back. It's actually a very wide car, which has a very strong presence on the road. Almost that stance to it. This car is powered by a 3-liter twin power turbo straight 6. Like most of the BMW that aren't M's, but they are more of the performance variant of their models. This car is no different. It produces 300 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque. That's all mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission that I'll touch on a little bit later. But in terms of the engine, power-wise, you know, that turbo spools up and you've got instant go. Throw it into comfort mode and you slide it over into normal drive and you just kind of hammer it. There's a bit of a lag, but it's not too bad. But if you're in sport and you know what gear you want to be in, it just goes, which is nice. I like that about this car. I'd like to thank the owner of this car today, a very good friend of mine, for letting me use it for the day. Huge shout out to you. You know who you are. Let's talk transmission. So this car has the same 8-speed automatic transmission that most BMW cars are using these days. This was optioned available, a 6-speed manual or the 8-speed automatic. But honestly, I think that the 8-speed automatic is, it's amazing. It is unlike the 7-speed automatic that we found in the Infiniti G37, which was a little bit slow. This is lightning quick. Just shift and it changes just like that, which makes, you know, driving sprightly really fun. It makes it, you know, being able to take control of the road makes it far more interesting to drive because you have that all-around control of the car. In this car, there's 4 different transmission and driving modes. There is Eco Pro, for those of you who want to save fuel. There's Comfort for everyday driving. There's Sport when you want to drive a little bit faster, and then there's Sport Plus, which is sport, but it just turns the traction control off automatically. So if I throw it into Comfort mode right now, so I'm in Comfort, I'm going to throw it over into Drive. It's relatively comfortable. You know, the springs are active, so they change depending on what mode you're in. So when you're in Comfort, they soak up the bumps nice and easily. You don't really feel them. I find the seats a little bit uncomfortable, but maybe that's just me. But in terms of the overall ride quality, it's actually really good. That being said, however, if I do throw it into Sport mode, everything firms up and I feel every bump on the road, which is what you want when you're in Sport mode. No real complaints there. Now let's talk interior quality. And now BMW's interiors haven't really changed all that much in the last, 10, 15 years. And I personally am kind of upset by that because I think that they're needing an update, and because the overall interior of the car it's okay. It's a little bit fresher, but it all kind of remains
pretty much the same as it has. And I mean, obviously BMW thinks that it's working, but you know, at least for me, I think it's getting a little bit dated and could use a refresh, that's for sure. In terms of all the finishes in here, top notch. You know, this is a base model. You are just getting the basic black seats. You're getting a nice leather wrapped M steering wheel with the M Performance package, but all the materials are nice to the touch. There's nothing here that's like, oh, it's cheap, except maybe these buttons and the little center console here. But other than that, everything feels really good to the touch. So this car is the 435i xDrive. It is the base model, so it only comes with the kind of basic iDrive system, heated seats, none of the advanced safety technology. But this car is equipped with the M Performance package. And with the M Performance package, you're getting the larger wheels, the M steering wheel, and the M exhaust. Now, if you get the M Performance package 2, you're getting a different engine tune, more power, and stuff like that. In terms of options, it's kind of confusing because you have to, if you want something, you have to get something else to get it, and then you end up spending more money than you would have wanted to, which is kind of confusing. Let's talk about the competition for a second now. So we've talked obviously about the Infiniti G37, which is now the Q60. And personally, I think that this car is definitely better than the G37. I cannot talk about the Q60 because I haven't driven one yet. But definitely, I'd say overall, the driving feel, not quite the comfort, but definitely the driving feel and just, you know, everything about it. It is a BMW. It's going to be awesome. Now let's move on to the Audi S5, which is kind of another direct competitor to this car. The S5 is, you know, it's really good. It's fast. It's got that supercharged V6. But honestly, I think I prefer the turbo straight six in this over that. Just my opinion, but I think overall interior quality wise, the S5 is probably a bit better. But in terms of comfort, I think that this is a little bit better than that car. About handling. So this car, because it is the M Performance, has the nice M steering wheel. It also has the Sport Shift automatic. So I'm in Sport. I'm going to put it into Sport Plus now. With that, dynamic traction control activated. So I'm going to leave it in manual and downshift a couple times. There's little to no body roll. It feels like the chassis in this car is really well sorted for some reason. I don't know how to explain that, but it feels tight. It feels like it's meant to go around corners really quickly. So now let's talk the performance data of this car. So this car's quoted 0 to 60 time is 4.9 seconds. Let's see if that's about right. So what you want to do to put it into launch control is turn on Sport Plus mode, put it into S1 on Sport Plus, floor the brake, floor the throttle, and that was fast. Holy moly. Let's do that again. The thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw it into comfort mode and talk to you guys about the 3 things that I love about this car and the 3 things that annoy me the most. The things that I don't like first. Number 1, the interior looks the exact same, and I touched on that a little bit before, but it's really putting me into a situation where I'm like, you know, I don't like BMW for that, because in every single car, all the interiors look the exact same. It's just one of these things that's just like, you know, update your cars. Like something like Mercedes has done. They use the same platform for a very long time, and they just recently switched it, and it looks phenomenal. Still waiting on BMW to do that, and hopefully they do it soon. Now, number 2 isn't necessarily something that I don't like. It's just something that is a little bit odd to me. I have not driven the new 440i, so correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below. But this car is equipped with a normal handbrake, emergency brake. Cars nowadays, all they have is a button. I think this car could definitely use a bit of a refresh in the center console and add something like that to their cars. Number 3. Now, the iDrive system has been around for a long time. It has had many upgrades, but I can tell you that the iDrive system that I'm using in this car, I don't like it. It's confusing. It doesn't have a lot of functions. And this little thing here, it's easy to use, but it's really confusing navigating through all the menus. And I think, obviously, haven't driven a newer BMW, but I'm hoping they have done an upgrade on the iDrive system, because it's kind of annoying. Now, let's talk about the 3 things that I love the most about this car. Now, number one would have to be the transmission. This transmission is amazing. BMW has done such a good job in ensuring that you get that instant feel that you want when you change gears. It's just right there all the time. And you put it into sport mode, and it's just lightning quick. It's lightning quick. It's like a dual clutch. And it's awesome. Number 2, the power. This thing has immense power. I mean, 300 horsepower, you think, that's not really that much. But when that turbo spools up, holy moly, it's quick. You know, that 0 to 60, the 4.9 seconds, 100% believable. I can totally see it. It's just instant power all the time, whatever gear you're in, at whatever part of the RPMs you're at. It's just come around and yeah, it's fast. Now, everybody always talks about how BMW is the ultimate driving machine. It's their slogan. And I 100% agree with them. And that is my 3rd reason why I love this car. The handling in this car, the steering feel is amazing. I'd like to thank my girlfriend for helping me film these videos as well. She doesn't get any credit, but I'd like to give her some credit here today. Thanks for watching JNS Daily Drives. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date to our videos and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.